can't be blocked except by artifact troops or blood troops. That's decent. We're gonna go ahead and just we'll play around with it. We'll just put one into the deck, and we'll decide if we want to keep it or not. Isn't this the one? There's one of Socketable Miner. I mean, what can we socket it with? Let's see if it'll come up. I'm having fits with these sockets. Right, well, I mean, if you want to control, we need to look at more removal, card draw, and late game bombs then. But because you're running a lot of like early game stuff. So I mean, it depends on what you want to do. Like if you're running control, a 4 of Extinction is going to be automatic. That's just basically automatic. Especially right now because there's not a lot that gets around it very well. Like in Magic, we had a cycle where sweeps were really hurt by like creatures with persist. There was a lot of, or not persist, but they called it something else. It's basically persist, where you would kill them, they would go to the graveyard and come right back. I know I've got children crying downstairs. I'm probably gonna have to go attend to that. Actually, I shall be right back. Alright. It would seem that the crisis is averted now. Alright, we're probably going to have enough time that I can actually go back and run this deck again, and we can do it more control-y. Executioner seems pretty bad for you. I still need to figure out what the... you know what, let's just pull it up on a different site here. All the socketed gems here. So we're in mono blood. So what that means is, for everyone that doesn't know or that's new to the game, we're never going to activate any other of the gems. We'll only activate blood because we don't have those thresholds in the deck. So we're basically just looking at these two. So +2/+0 can't block. And then when this troop deals damage to opposing champion, they choose and discard a card. That's decent, because that's very control-y. I don't know. I prefer just not to play it at this point. I mean, I don't think that I can really justify. I mean, it could be a 6/1 for 4, I guess. And that seems okay. It's got a weak back end. Well, we'll just keep looking here. I don't really have a great feeling. This would be a great card to socket for draft, though. Yeah, I mean, that's a bomb card that, you know, it's going to be difficult to... it's not really difficult to deal with because the back end, it has no defense, so they just basically can chump it off and kill it. But in an open board state, 6 damage for 4 every turn is pretty good. This guy is obviously a no for us because we're aggro. This is the type of thing you would play in a control deck where he's just going to dominate the late game. Flight and crush. Even if you block him with your flyer, he's going to crush right over him. And a lot of flyers aren't this big. They don't have that 8 front end and that 8 back end. I don't think any of them do, really. Yeah. So, Incubus Slave. What do we got here? Egg counter this troop, remove all the egg counters, sacrifice it, creates spider spawn for each egg. It's just so slow when you're playing aggro, it's really just not going to do anything for you. Infiltrator bot. Can't be blocked. It's okay. It's for 5 though, it's not going to happen for you. It's okay draft card. Socketable miner. So again, we're in blood, it's a miner, and the miners, I mean, could make this guy a 4/2, but it's kind of whatever. It's just a body. Move the target, you're going to gain 1 health for each troop removed this way. That's an artifact. The Castigator? Are you talking about this Effigy and Nizlin? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Patero. When a troop control is sacrificed. Oh yeah. So let's see what the sacrifice a troop. The troop gets -1/-0. Seems really bad. Okay. Troop you control is sacrifice. Add a counter. When there are 2 more counters, we can transform him into the elite samurai. So sacrifice, add more counters, and there are 2 or more, transform him into warlord. Sacrifice another troop, target troop. This guy is amazing. This guy's got to go in. Yeah, that guy is ridiculous for you. Playing sack effects. Let's see what his final is. Oh wait, target troop gets -1/-0. Oh, okay, so that's pretty good. Let's see what his 3rd form does. Destroy target troop. That's pretty freaking amazing. And he still costs 1, so if your opponent kills him and you have recursion effect or something that puts him back in your hand, he's only going to cost 1 to bring him back out. If he gets bounced by whatever it's called, the Sapphire guy, forget what his name is off the top of my head. Everyone's gonna shout it out in chat. What's the guy's name? The Buccaneer. Yeah, if he gets balanced with Buccaneer, it's really not that much of a problem. We already have Claw. Anteater Factory really doesn't fit us. We talked about Castigator. Terabot's not going to work for us. Eternal Guardian's not going to work for us. High Tomb Lord for all cards in graveyards, but he costs 6. It's not going to work for us. He's just out of range. The Bolt Claw Wizard. So this guy's the one that can revert things. This seems like a better like sideboard card. Tired of various cards. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw him on the sideboard. So we're going to throw him on the sideboard. Highborn. This is for the sack effects. This guy's going to be amazing for us. The Highborn, because he's going to be 2 bodies, and especially like this will be like one card that survives a sweep. But I mean, he's only a 1/1 body, so it's not amazing. But we'll go ahead and throw him in there. He's decent. He's basically 2 cards, which is nice. Another troop dies, you gain 1 life. That seems okay. Orcs you control get Rage 1. That we've already looked at. Endbringer. Rotcaster. Eulogist. So this one you have to kill Shinhair to make it work. We'll put him on there, but we'll probably end up pulling him. This is a vanilla 3/2. Seems kind of whatever. I'm not really into a lot of vanilla creatures unless they have like superior strength and toughness, and this guy doesn't. This guy's pretty average for his cost. It's just a vanilla creature. Vanilla creature just basically means a creature without abilities, special abilities. Gets +1/+1 for the turn. It's pretty hungry. I mean, this guy I don't think I like. I mean, he's got a combat trick. You can pump him in response to a block or something, but it's so expensive. You'd be lucky to pump him twice to make him a 3/4. I mean, that's just, yeah, it's really not acceptable in aggro deck where we're trying to aggro out and push through damage. Sacrifice. So the most important part here is this. It doesn't matter if it's a bunny or what it is. This one just says sacrifice another troop, and he becomes a 4/4. So this guy is definitely good for us. Troop get okay. This troop dies. Put it in your hand, and it gets permanent cost +2. This guy seems pretty awesome. This guy's ridiculous for us, especially socketable major. So let's go back to our sockets now. Troop enters play, deals damage equal to its attack, and that's very doable. Or Rage 2. I think we'll go with the deal damage equal to its attack. Oh wait, to each champion, not to creatures. Okay, not to troops. The damage is pretty good. The rage is probably better over time. So we'll go ahead. Yeah, it would probably be that one. Is what we would do with that. This guy is a definite. Thing is, like, if we end up going with orcs and the orcs only buff other orcs, that's going to change some of our decision making. Moshwaki we've talked at length about. Vampire King, Urnas, Shadow Grove, which I like, but I mean everyone else. I mean, like I keep telling people, it's going to happen more often than not. You're going to hit creatures with this Shadow Grove Witch. This guy is Rage, Socketable Miner. Yeah, we'll put him in there just because he's an orc, and we'll take a look. Blood Creeper I think is pretty amazing as well. Just the fact that you can, when we're trying to sacrifice troops, we need lots of troops, and so he's going to produce more troops for us. Rage 1 is good, damage is good too. Did she always cost 4? He's an orc. Yeah, she always costed 4. The Shadow Grove Witch. Like I keep saying, I mean, I still think it's pretty good, especially in draft. It says a random card. So if it's a spell card, it does nothing. Or if it's a resource, it does nothing. But typically, people are going to be sitting on cards in their hand very often, and so this is going to have an effect.